Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? Can you hear us? We are here at the warehouse currently with a bunch of new planes we just unboxed and put together last night. New release day, Ultra Micro Pits, Motown Philly back again, coming back stronger than ever. Good to see everybody on a Thursday night. I hope everybody got done. Jeff in Lower Alabama, good to see you. I think you got done with your show. Garrett had the Garrett had the room going on in real flight. That's awesome. That may still be going on even. Little roll call coming up. Yes, sir, the Ryan and Bobby K Show. Welcome to our RC life. Dad in the house. Jeff's Custom. Jeff in Lower Alabama just got done streaming. Tim Toutant, 5 out of 5. Appreciate you. Eddie K, Mike Bird, Jeff. Yes, Eddie K. Michael Reitza. Your internal clock. Ha. It's been broken for years, Reitza. Just teasing. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, I mean, it's about 10. It should be safe to go. I tried to reach out to Kenny. Was he on? Is he on now? What's up, Johnson 74th? Lots to talk about. Guys, what do you think about the new receivers at Horizon? The new pits, the Twin Nova from X-Fly, the big dancing wing tiger moth is beautiful and massive. We got the Tasman, the J65. We just need weather, ladies and gentlemen. And believe it or not, that may happen sooner than you think. We can't stand it. I'm telling them. No details. But we're going somewhere south to get these babies up in the air, so you're not going to want to miss it. Follow on Instagram, all the links in the distro, all that stuff here at the channel, the BitGo channel, you know, all of that stuff. The more and more this goes, the more and more it's coming together. So yeah, man, it's going to be really awesome. Just keep it going. Be able to do some, you know, everybody's asked us about shows for so long. I mean, it's going to be one of those things we're going to make a point to be doing now. Makes total sense. We've got brands we represent, like Let's Go and shops where you can get it all. This is awesome. And I want to thank you guys all so much for being really responsible for, I think, all of this, you know. It's killer. That's a little far away, Michael, but yeah, not a bad choice. If it was closer, that would be a great choice. Texas is great. We'll be doing a whole lot more visits, I think, in the future. Who knows where you can find us. Keith Christie, Chucky Freebird, what's happening? Nice. Lots to get up in the air, man. New stuff from the usual suspects. New stuff that the weather won't allow us to get going. Man, this is like a 2,000 millimeter tiger moth. It's gorgeous. Satin covered. Guys, watch our buddies if you haven't seen them. The unboxings on all the new X-Fly stuff. They've got it too. And it's been super fun to watch them. They're doing a good job. We couldn't help ourselves. We had to get these new ones together. How many of you guys already have the? I mean, these are available now at the BitGo website. 3S power. What's the wingspan on this Twin Nova, guys? Tell me. I'll tell you. Hold on. Yep. 1,400 millimeters, 55 inches, 3S power. Good time. Suspension nose strut went together really nice. The The one thing we noticed about these, if there's only one thing I wish I could see, the multi-port connector. We're all spoiled by these things now. So you're messing with servo wires, but there's plenty of room to do it. The channels for those wires are ample, big enough to tuck everything away that you got to deal with. It's not a lot, but it is lights, ailerons, and flaps, you know, and the motor and stuff. So you've got some things coming through, but there's plenty of room for it. And for as affordable as it is, and being a 3-cell, pretty simple, no retract, awesome airplane, I think that's appropriate, and it helps keep the price down. But I would like to see it, and the Tasman's the same way. You know, you look at these, sometimes you're like, man, I got to break this down and travel with it. You know, when I get these where I got to do the wires, I tend to want to keep them together. But super nice. Yeah, man. Those guys, they've been fun to watch, man, for a long time. I remember when I first found out about them, when I was at MRC, and Todd, the web guy and the design guy, told me about them. He said, man, there's these dudes in like Russia or something who they're like Pilot Robert and Captain Blosh, you know, like Pilot Ryan and Captain Mike. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. And man, they've been at it for a minute. It's super fun to watch, and their excitement is still right there. Yeah, so anybody got the Twin Nova or the Tasman? Any of you guys? Jeff, you've been rocking your T7, haven't you? Dennis Farley, what's happening, man? Did I see you before? Scott Settle in the house. Phil Hancock. Mike Bird. Yeah, man, we cannot wait. We're so pumped. We can't wait for the weather, so much so, we're going to go make it happen. Who popped on the pits today? Paul Ballard, what's happening? These X-Fly planes are nice, and if you've seen the jets, you know it's true. Yeah, Greg, I almost lost that plane 2 or 3 times that day. What's up, Hubert? Yeah, we're just hanging out on a Thursday night talking about the new releases. Who popped on the pits? Do you still have the original? Let me know in the comment section below. As far as I know, it's still slated for March, Jeff. We got ours sitting right here, man. I tell you, if we had it up in the air, you'd know. Nico, I prefer the turbo timber. All the timbers are awesome, but I like that extra wingspan on the turbo timber. I like how it flies. It does everything I want it to, and I like that one. The Timber X is fantastic. We've flown all the timbers, but my favorite's the turbo timber, and in particular the Evolution, where you get the top feeder battery situation. You still got the original Ultra Micro Pits Toutant. Paul Ballard's got the OG, or should I say the OP Pits. Scott Settle's got the original. Nice. Jeff in Lower Alabama still flying it. Nice. We'll be getting one. Looking forward to it. Things are still crazy with shipping. I do have one that's due next week, I think. What's the date? No, I'm sorry, not that soon. Good times. I think I'm going to show off some of the way this plane goes together here in a second and bring it up to the camera for you. Fred Barron's got the OG, the OP pits. Aaron Morita does as well. Do I know if it will handle 3S? I do not. I have not had a chance to watch the video yet from Horizon, but I'm sure it will say in the video. Who knows in the chat what the battery requirement is on the new pits? Is it the same as the old pits? Inquiring minds want to know. What's up, Dylan? Yeah, man. Today was a busy day on the home front, so I think one of the. I'm there every day. I didn't come today. Yeah, man. I'll have to see you next time there. I stayed home with the little one all day till 2, ran some errands, home, and then got out here. Paul Ballard beat the wings off his OG pits. Jackson RC Aviation in the house. Paul Ballard says it'll do 3S. Nice. 2 to 3S, says Mike Bird. Very cool. Victor RC Jets in the house again. Said 2 or 3S. Kowishki, what's happening? Thank you. Yeah, 2 and 3S. Just Enough RC, Jude wants to know, guys that had the OG pits, is the fuselage the same as the new one? Is there a window? Can you FPV that plane? Is there glass? Tiger Moth. All right, man. Yeah, we'll pull it up here. It's humongous. It isn't really going to fit. 280 to 300. Nice. Nice. One of you guys do me a favor, share this out to the Pilot's Lounge. Honestly, as long as I'm not doing it, it's not spam. You share it out wherever you think people want to see X-Fly and big awesome balsa and talk about the new stuff. He's back here, he's working. Air Marshal in the house. Do I know if it's possible to program full span aileron on the Turbo Timber Evolution? I'm sure it is with the right amount of channels and perseverance. Nice. Yeah. I think I did, Victor. That or I've heard about it as well. It's pretty. It's gone around a little bit. Hate to see that happen, man, but I think you're a good sport, you know, and it's cool that you share what you're doing. Sucks to see a plane go in. Try an HSD one sometime. See what happens. Hopefully not the same thing. Aaron Marita has a question for those who know. Will the original Ultra Micro pits take a 3S also? Dude, it looks a lot like a Bob Hoover. If the strut was coming out of the nacelle, which would be a lot to achieve financially on a model to a degree. I mean, I think this one obviously doesn't have that, but it looks like it's really up to the task, if you ask me. Check that out, man. Guys, this goes together like everything else you've been dealing with out in the market. Looks super good. Nice fit and finish. If I drop it, I'm going to be so mad. I love the tail too. They got a little plastic skid. You know you're going to need it. It's the best way. See that little skid? Nice. Ball links. Come on, man. 3S power. Let's show you the wing connection. Look at that. Jude, you were talking about FPV. This may be really good for that. You got side windows, front windows, plenty of room inside. What are, somebody tell me what these cost, man. Click to BitGo through the links in the Discro. What's the price point on this Twin Nova? It's nice, 55 inches, dude. And 3S power, man, that's super easy to get a hold of. Yeah, Jude, this may be what's up. That's a good sized plane. You know, I've always been surprised with what you can do with a 3S on a twin. We've seen some big twins that do just run on 3S, and it always surprises me. Is there a scale Cub available? Looking for something the size of the Carbon Z, but with real windows and lights. You know what? Look at, it's not a Cub, but have you seen the HSD 182? It's not a tail dragger, but if that's not what, if it doesn't matter to you, there's a big Civi with nice windows. I think this would get off the grass easy too. Even though the tires are a little smallish, you could change that out. You've got the front one's a suspension strut. You could make bigger happen if you wanted to. $269? That's crazy. Lights, camera action. This has it, man. Lights. Let's look at. Let's see if I can't put up. That Tiger Moth is too big, y'all. I'll put up the wing, maybe. Or should I tease you and do the Tasman first? Bro. It's just too big for the shot almost. This goes together like the Dancing Wing Stearman. So it's going to transport with the wheels under its fuse and the center section's intact. So you're just going to have to pull these outboard panels off. And they will stay strutted. The airplane comes with a jig that fits in here at the root, so you can transport these things double stacked. If you wouldn't have to if you want to undo bolts, but you can transport them like double stacked. And this is like a satin finish on this. It's gorgeous. I mean, it's huge. Dang, man. Look at this thing. Show you the bottom. That's nice. It doesn't, I mean, it's so light. I mean, this has made a big trip, and it looks really good. You could put heat to it in a couple spots, but not bad. Not a lot. I'm never going to get that to stay back since I've moved it. And you can come tease it. Yeah, you should talk about this Tiger Moth. Yeah. I think I am going to put the Tasman up. Bobby's almost done.
I'm working on something top secret.
Top secret, super secret squirrel sauce. So we'll talk about this for a minute. We'll get to the tiger moth. It's worth waiting on Bobby though. Paul says he needs it that big so he can see it. Dudes, the prices are amazing on these things at BitGo, man. The dancing wing stuff and X-Fly. I mean, come on. Nice, Wild Bill. Jeff in Lower Alabama, I've enjoyed every tiger moth I've flown so far. And I think this... I'm so excited to fly. I still haven't got my hands on that Stearman. I can't wait. But this is 4S, and the wingspan on this one, it looks like it's 1800. What's the box say? What's that?
Probably Nova. You can build if you want.
Okay. What's the wingspan on this dude?
That one. I think it's 6 inches, 59.
Wait, there's the box.
I can't remember.
I think it is 60.
Brain fart. I stare at this stuff all day and
1500, 59.
yeah, 59 is what I thought.
$59. 59 inches. Yeah. So 1500, 4S power. All it takes is like a regular old sport needle to play with the air inflatable tires. But they come pretty much right out of the box. I think everybody tries it like that first. I know the Patrinsics were talking about just leaving it alone. And I think, speaking of leaving it alone, Blosh might have got a room with those tires. Ha. But this looks good, man. And check out their unboxing. They did a great job of it. The air intake comes in, cools the motor, battery ESC off. Huge compartment in here. Huge for 4S. Thanks, Tim, for the super chat. And it's pretty simple, you know, really sporty, but it does have some molded in panel lines for like the cowl and the door and stuff. I can show you in a sec. Huge compartment for the battery. Nice plastic where it comes together. Screws in 2mm hex yaw, and you don't stop, into brass threaded inserts. Very nice. Bolt-on tail situation. You might be able to see some of the detail around the door. Some rivet detail, panel lines up at the cowl. You know, this is what I like to call utility. Looks pretty sporty too. And it's like the Glass Star, but obviously much bigger. I want you to be able to see the tail and all. There we go. Yeah, they got plastic bits back here where it counts. It'd be hard to mold that and keep it true. Plastic where they mate there. Bolt on everything. Paul Ballard, man. Start looking at balsa. We got the Albatross and the Tiger Moth. And of course, The Stearman's huge. I mean, a biplane at 1600 is insane. And the Tiger Moth at like 85 inches or something is ridiculous. I can't wait to see it. What's up, Mickey B? Nice, Mike Bird. Good to... I don't know. There currently is not... I'm responding to Jeff in Lower Alabama. He asked if there would be floats for it. There's really no preparations that have been made to receive them in the future that I see now. Tires and parts page. Definitely eventually, if not already. Yeah, and Francis, this is like the Glass Star plane that Eflites already has, but just smaller. Nice, Paul. What's up, Joe? Yeah, man, this is going to be perfect for flying out in front of the shop. I can't wait for spring, man. Goodness sakes. I mean, I'm rushing it, right? I mean, it's Chinese New Year, isn't it? We're in February. Nice. I think if you guys wanted to see it bad enough, we could build a Twin Nova on the show. Who's pumped about the... I want to hear about those receivers, though, from today also. Those look great for big stuff, right? I mean, what? They got, like, bolt-down holes in it already, the receiver? How cool is that? It is clean looking, and I think super utility. I'm anxious to try these tires out. I'm actually super pumped to try out those Dubro 5-inchers I put on the Beaver landing gear. You guys saw the video, I hope, that I put out earlier in the week where we flew the big FMS Beaver off of snow. If you haven't seen that yet, head on over to the channel when the live stream is done and check it out. And if you follow on Instagram, you already saw early a couple landings and touch-and-goes from Bobby K on the FMS Beaver. Dylan says he wants to see a build. Eric Quinn's talking about hoping Joe Nall happens. Nice. New transmitter as well? Or are you asking? Favorite beginner EDF? Why is that funny, Rights? That's a great question. You get to wonder what the answer is. There's a few good ones, actually. Depends where you want to go and how fast. So I didn't see, I asked earlier, I was trying not to be on top of anybody. Did Kenny go? I try to get a hold of him various ways. Nothing. That's a good for us. Michael Bear says the Twin Nova is actually a part of Nova. Yeah. P68. Asking. I don't know. Did they release one today? Aquaman. Francis, the Ultra Micro 30mm A10 for beginner EDF. I don't think so. I mean, better than $700 up, you know what I mean, on one, but I think there's better choices. The T7's a good one. There's a handful of 64mm jets that make a good choice. Eflite F15, T7, Marlin, that's 4S. The T7's 4S. You can fly the Habu STS on 4S and 3S. You can fly their yellow one on 4S and 6S, but I would say just do 6. If you just know you want to do 4S already, the other one's better. The KV works out better, so it feels faster on 4S on the 3 and 4S version than it does on the 6S version, if you ask me. I need to try it again probably, but the Tasman, Phil, BitGo Hobby. There should be a link to BitGo Hobby in my description or to pilotryanmedia.com, and from there, please click BitGo Hobby and get there however you get there and look up the X-Fly models. The Tasman's available now, the Twin Nova's available, all the X-Fly stuff is available now and shipping to customers except the J65, which is on its way. Paul Ballard said the Eflight 64mm A10 was his first EDF. That's not a bad one if you want to go 6S right away. Thank you, Reitza. Yeah, pilotryanmedia.com. And through there, go to all your favorite brands. You go to BitGo Hobby for Dancing Wing, X-Fly, all of the things that are at BitGo. And you go click on the favorite brand on the website to go everywhere else. Or come to the store. Yeah. FMS Avanti's alright. Sometimes I think it's all about wing loading. I think the FMS Avanti's awesome. I don't think it's a super good beginner jet. But again, it's going to be better and more honest flying than like
You talking about little FMS Avant?
some military stuff. Some military stuff looks cool but doesn't fly good. The FMS Avanti is awesome, but it's also a rocket ship, and its size makes it heavy on the wing loading,
I love it.
which is great for experienced pilots. I think stuff will happen fast for a beginner.
Definitely.
That's why a bigger Avanti is a world above better. Stuff like Super Vipers from HSD. Looks a lot like an Avanti. Flies a lot like it too. Paul McNeil in the house. Exactly. There's a lot of good choices. It depends where you're at in your beginner journey, man. The 70mm Viper, awesome.
They seen this big dog here?
No, I haven't put it up, dude. I'm going to get out of the way. We're going to need to. If you get it on the table, I'll have to get the camera to pan along this thing.
I'm just...
What?
Oh. It's big.
Let me see.
I had to mock it
It's
up.
so good looking, bro.
It's cool. It looks alright. Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, it looks alright. Yeah, I had to mock it up once I took it out of the box. I couldn't help myself.
You want to stand?
Yeah, you know what? That'll work. Just so guys can see this thing.
And where do you get those stands at?
Oh, man.
Let me tell you.
Let me tell you what. Yeah, I mean, it's so darn big. It's like, it's ridiculous.
Bro, I can...
But,
Hey, do me a favor. Grab the boxes out.
aha. Yeah, good call. Boom. Yeah, now they can. Boom. Aha.
That's as low as it'll go.
Boom. I got it in the shot. The wing's not all the way in the shot, but.
That's all right. Nice. Can you see the chat?
Oh, yeah, now I can. Perfect. Hey, grab me that other wing, would you?
I will. Which soda's mine?
I just opened that one, so this one's yours. Boom.
Thanks, barkeep.
What's up, dudes? Check this big behemoth out. This thing is massive. This is the Dancing Wing Tiger Moth. 85-inch wingspan, and there's 2 of them. It's ridiculous.
Bro.
Calls for a 35cc gas engine or electric equivalent.
Yeah, about there.
Yeah, it's about right. I mean, this thing, it's massive, guys.
I'm gonna get on my phone so I can see the comments.
Cannot
Do
wait.
you need me to take that?
Yeah, maybe. I'll just give them a comparison. Like,
Yeah, hang
well,
on.
it's out of the picture, but I mean, this thing, it's darn near hitting the ceiling. So I cannot wait to fly this thing. So I'm gonna start putting it together. I mocked it all up last night I couldn't help myself once I took all the pieces out of the box. I was like, I wonder what this thing looks like. The tail section is about as wide as, well, the whole wingspan on some of these other things. What's up, dudes? Anyhow, sorry wasn't paying too much attention to the comments there. Good to see everybody in here. Where does it tell you how many people are in the room on this one?
It's like 55.
Oh, I see it now. Cool. Man, 66 folks in here tonight. Awesome. Good to see everybody. Wasn't sure. We went kind of late tonight, and I had to finish up some stuff in the back, and yeah. But it's good to be here. Glad to see everybody. We have some new stuff coming, which I cannot wait to share with all of you. This Tiger Moth is one of them. Like I said, 85-inch wingspan, 75 inches long. Uses 6 37-gram servos that are, I believe they're standard size servos. Yep, they are. Looking at the pockets. Has a pull-pull system on the rudder, 2 servos for the back for your elevators, 35cc gas-powered engine or equivalent for electric. I'm probably going to Spectrum this thing out, is what I want to do.
For sure.
Especially now that they have a lot of the new smart motors and stuff like that in sizes that can be put in this, so that's pretty cool. I was looking at one last night. I think it's a 250 kV motor, 12S, so that's what I plan on putting in this, with probably about 160 or 200 amp high voltage ESC. So yeah, can't wait.
12S?
Yeah, 12S.
But it calls for what, 10?
Yeah, it calls for 10S in the manual. It calls for 10S, but I'm gonna run it 12.
Come on.
Can't hurt nothing. You know what I mean?
How can you not?
Why wouldn't you? Especially a plane this big. So yeah, I can't wait. I don't have all the parts with me, but it has really cool scale gauges like the PT-17, if you guys remember. Really detailed out. I think Ryan's actually grabbing them right now. But yeah, beautiful decal kit for this. It has your carbon inlaid tray inside of here. It's going to be hard for you guys to see me tipping it. It's so darn big. Yes, and then the wheels are awesome.
Bearings.
Big dog wheels. Yep, bearings.
It's
throughout.
foam. It's kind of hard, but man,
Yep.
the hub is worth figuring out.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Like I know some of you will definitely put different tires on this thing, no doubt. But the scaleness of what comes with it is pretty cool.
Can they see that?
Oh yeah, they can see that. Yeah, there's the gauges right there. Real scale. It's pretty dynamite airplane.
And they look good when Bobby's flying it too.
Yeah.
Ha!
I don't know how well this will do upside down.
Not very long.
This big old bike.
Just
you know?
for a minute in the roll.
Yeah, I don't know how they like that too much, Tiger Moss, but we'll see.
You have to have some altitude.
Yeah,
Gee.
yeah. This thing's too big and pretty. I don't know how hard we'll throw this thing around.
I'm dying,
But,
dude.
oh, it's gonna be awesome. I'm hoping to have it together by next week.
Airfoiled struts, rigging if you want.
Yes.
It comes with it, and it's like turnbuckled and springs.
Yes. Yep. And what's cool about this is, even though it is huge, and it probably won't fit in your average car, but SUV for sure. The wings are going to come off kind of like the Stearman.
Yeah.
Wing bolts top and bottom, and you slide off each section together. You're not going to be screwing around with...
And it stays on its wheels for
yes,
all
and
this.
it stays on its wheels. You're not going to be screwing around with a million different bolts to get your wings on and off.
And guess what else?
Yeah.
Linkages at the back.
Yes. Yep.
For the elevator. It's a screw together tail.
Yeah. So,
right? Not glued.
This tongue and grooves in. Yeah, this tail section here is actually going to screw in. Here, I'll show you. Oh, I'm going to break it, pulling it apart.
That's a nice dry fit.
Yeah. So, the screws are in there. That's probably why, too. So this tail section here, if you really needed to take it off, you could. There's access points on the bottom here. So this just sits in there, and then it tongue and grooves with the rudder, and these two bolts bolt up through the back of the fuselage here and suck it down together. So if you really needed to undo these linkages and transport it with the tail off, you could. But definitely easy to put together. It makes it, kind of speeds up the build process. Because you guys are going to have to glue in your hinges too. They don't come pre-glued. So, but other than that, it's going to be a pretty easy.
But they're in. They're in. The hinges are in, but
yes,
they're not glued. They're turned sideways to hold everything straight.
Correct. Yep. So, yeah, it should be pretty neat. I'm excited. I was looking over the manual last night. It should be a pretty simple build, I think. So, we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna be taking all this back apart anyway, so I'm not gonna really set it all in there too much. But
I mean, honestly, it looks so good. You know, it'd fly without the top wing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It probably would fly without the top wing.
It makes me want a PT-19 real bad.
Yes, that would be pretty darn cool. Big PT-19.
Like this.
Yeah.
But then you'd have gear that were out a little further.
Yep.
And you could have suspension on them.
Yeah.
They don't have to go up.
Yep. Be pretty neat.
You just have to talk these dudes into sheeting the wing. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like a PT-19, leave the ribs in the fuse is fine.
Yep. Yeah, I think this thing's going to fly phenomenal. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm excited to get that Albatross put together, too. We'll get that Albatross up, but I think this one just jumped in front of that one. I'm gonna have to. Just the size of this thing is amazing. I can't wait to see it in the air.
It's just gonna fly so good.
Oh yeah, it's probably gonna take nothing to get it off the ground.
I wonder if we put one of them new receivers in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you need that high voltage situation? You're gonna have big servos doing the work here.
Yeah. I don't know.
What would you guys do?
What would you do?
Electric. You know, he told you he's already thinking Spectrum style. Big fatty, like low KV.
Yep.
Needs to probably be on 12S. And it's easier to do 12S for us. And who has 5S packs?
Yeah. And the manual for electric on this model calls for 205 kV 10S motor. So I figure a 250 kV 12S run at 12S.
Is that what that one is? That smart one?
Yeah, it's 250. So
sick.
Yeah, bump it up just a tad bit. Run 12S on it anyways, even though
and it'll be super efficient because you're not going to be like crazy. You're going to be wanting to just like
you're not flying
chill.
this like a jet.
If you fly this scale, I bet you get a good run time on that setup. It sounds super efficient.
And this will be fun too. Like the PT-17 is super fun to fly scale. Big hammerhead turns up at the top, and like it's
thing
awesome,
looks good
man.
too.
Yeah, it looks real good doing it. That's for sure. So,
how much is this one?
This one's $8.99.
And the Albi was like $7.99.
Yeah, Albatross $7.99. This one's $8.99, and they're both pretty darn cool. Yeah. The sheer size of this thing is pretty amazing. So,
loads of room in here to work.
Yeah, can definitely take this to your giant scale fly-ins. That's for sure.
The combing came on already.
Yeah, combing's all on there. It looks really good. It comes with extra combing in the box. I haven't seen in the manual yet where that goes. I'd imagine somewhere around the cowling or something.
Yeah.
I guess. But yeah, I can't wait.
I think it's a quieter downer.
Yeah.
I think it's a quieter downer for the cow if you got a gas on it.
Yeah, we'll probably start building this bad boy tomorrow.
Yes.
So I can get it going because
I know a guy with a hobby shop.
I do too.
You have the keys to that place, don't you?
I think so.
He knows a guy too with a hobby shop.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to hurry up and get on ordering the motor and ESC for this thing so I can get it ready for next week.
Serious, because look I teased this.
Oh, I know. I heard you.
We can't wait to fly this stuff so hard. We're going where the sun's shining.
Yes.
at an undisclosed place at an undisclosed time to get some
work
serious
done.
work done.
Yeah. No,
oh, we're so excited.
We're stacked
guys.
up on work here and snow, so we can't get any of the work done. Is the biggest problem. So
how's it going over there?
you
Bobby's
know
doing
what?
a good job, man. It's almost like he's done a stream before or something.
Yeah, my bad. I haven't actually been paying attention to comments. I'm sorry, I got carried away talking. This thing,
dude.
I love this thing, man. I can't help it. You get staring at this, it kind of takes your attention away.
We couldn't help it. We've been waiting on this stuff to come for a long time. And it's been held up and held up and held up.
Goodness.
And it was late by the time we got to look at this stuff last night.
The worst part is like...
You built every one of them.
Well, I did. And
we couldn't help it.
And you know you're biting your fingernails when this stuff's on the water and you're waiting to get it. It's bad when it's actually here in the States and it takes you 3 weeks to get it because of this snowstorm and this and that. And then FedEx telling you it's out for delivery and then it never shows up.
And by the time it comes, the box shows evidence of hanging out in a truck for a while.
Well, the funniest...
They put our big stuff at the bottom and just work off of it, I swear.
Oh, man. Well, the funniest part about this is we were supposed to get this forever ago. Then I'm looking at the tracking and it says it's sitting at some facility. I'm like, well, that's not coming. I get a knock at the door and some guy's here with this shipment and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. The tracking was incorrect completely. But anyway, that's FedEx for you. Postal Service doesn't get much better sometimes either. So I guess they all have their faults. But anyhow, so yeah, this is the Dancing Wing Tiger Moth. Oh yeah.
I was talking about it a little bit earlier.
Yeah. That's good that you mentioned this.
That's the jig so you can keep your wing halves intact.
Yep. And Marshall actually, if you guys check out any of his stuff on the Dancing Wing PT-17, it was pretty slick. So these are, these are going to go right here on your wing to hold the wings in place. I probably have it flipped the wrong way, but anyhow, to hold your wings in place when you slide them off. And Marshall actually took surgical tubing and put it on here to wrap around his wings. And it works perfect. It keeps them really sturdy, and you can slide them all off in one piece and put them back on.
Can't you hook on to, look at these tabs in it, too?
Yeah, that's what those are for. Yeah, or like rubber bands. Rubber bands work, too. Yeah, so, yeah, the surgical tubing I just thought was slick. It made it really tight.
Nice. I thought he was using bungees at first.
No, man. I'm pretty sure it was surgical tubing. That's what it looked like. I was like, that's pretty smart. But, yeah, you can use big rubber bands, too, like what you use on your old trainer planes back in the day to get your wing on.
I love it, man. I mean, honestly, it's cool you can get the tail off. You probably won't.
Nah.
But how nice to have the fuse up on its wheels. Because it's on its wheels, you don't have to take the tail off.
No. Yeah, I can't wait. This thing's going to be pretty slick. So, but yeah, I'll take this off the table, and if you guys want, we can build a Nova, or you showed them the Tasman.
I did.
Tasman. Yeah. Okay. Yep, we can figure out something else to do. Or build or whatever. Man, this thing is so gigantic. Where do you put it? I should take the wings off of it and stuff. It'd make it a lot easier. Oops.
Need a hand? Huge.
I feel like I need like 5 Kennys to help me with this.
Come on.
Yeah.
What's up, Ann? You ain't lying. You got that?
Yep.
2 short days. Yeah, that's pretty good. Power safe receivers. That's what I was talking about, Victor. I'm all about it. I want to try them so bad. I think it does. We have some big stuff that is perfect to put in there. Here we go with the Twin Nova. Ha. You got your knife on you, dude?
Yep. This thing's sweet, actually. I was so excited last night when all this stuff came. I've literally built all this stuff already. I couldn't help myself. Like, I'm actually very impressed with this little plane, though. Like,
we were digging it.
I'm really digging it. I cannot wait. to get this thing up in the air. It's pretty cool. And I love the size of the battery compartment in this thing. You can like, I know it's a 3S bird, but you could easily put a big dog 3S 5000 in here.
We were
like,
talking about FPV in it.
Yes.
Head tracking, you got windows on the side like crazy town.
Yep. Boom. Alrighty. Let's dig into this baby. So yeah, 55-inch wingspan, 42 inches long. What ESCs does this bad boy come with? So 220 amp ESCs, as to be expected with a twin like this on 3S. Yeah, it calls for a 2200 to a 5000, so it'll take it for sure. Get some long flight times, I bet.
I'll take that. Let me get out of here.
Yeah, good call. Thing gave me a paper cut.
Dude, those are the worst. Lights and everything on this thing.
Yep. Lights, suspension up front. Even though it's not retract, it still has suspension up front. Alright. Parts kit. Carbon tube. Has real nice anodized landing gear.
2mm hex.
Yep.
And you don't stop.
Oh, there we go. Van Orion.
The Van Orion.
Good. Cardboard sucks when you get cut by it.
Yeah, it does.
Alrighty, so here's one of the wings. It's good quality.
And I was talking before about how much opening you have. It's more opening on the fuse, but it's like pretty good here. And then your servo leads are in there as well. And that is how they hook the ESCs up to the motor. It's pretty easy.
Yeah,
you
it's
can't,
real easy.
Yeah, it's a EC3. What?
Yep.
I hope you can see the panel line detail. Here's the light.
Landing light, yep.
And the pre-installed servos. Exit air back here.
Linkages are pre-installed besides the elevator. It's the only one you're going to have to put on. Pretty cool props.
Props to my peeps for the props. Get 2 of these with tips. Oh,
Yeah.
sinking ships.
And now my favorite
Y'all.
part. Oh, actually, hold on. Not the favorite part.
Yeah, horizontal.
Yep.
This keys in and grooves.
Tongue and groove deal.
Check it before you wreck it. And seriously, check it before you wreck it. Make sure that's in good. Ha! Ball links. Brass for that.
Yeah. Grass.
Reinforcement.
Alright, now for my favorite part.
Aha.
Oh, yeah.
Fuselage.
Fuselage it up. This thing. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Plastic windows all the way around. Has all the rivet detail in it. It's pretty awesome. Top feeder. Like,
It's a nice flat color foam on the instrument panel dash.
it looks so good.
So
The
if
instrument panel alone looks good in there.
it does look good.
Even the sticker sheet that's inside
you guys
looks real
see
nice.
that?
Might be able to if you take the battery hatch off.
Yeah, we'll try that too. I showed him the other one, but not as good as this. Huge.
Close. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to see, but take our word for it. The instrument panel's pretty good looking for what it is. You know, being a sticker, it's pretty detailed.
There's no way.
You're determined. He's determined.
There it is. Trust me.
Good enough.
But the exit air, and this is what I was talking about before. Tons of room right here to tuck all this up. when it's time. Brass threaded inserts on these posts. You can see the wires are all right there, and they got those keepers on them, right, that help you click onto your servo lead. And it's all bundled up already. This is taped up. That's pretty slick.
It's all
man.
tagged, so you know what goes to what. It's pretty easy. Alrighty.
Set your watches. 5 minutes. It'll be down. It'll be done.
Dude, this thing takes nothing at all to build.
The wires are the biggest deal.
That's it. Let's do it to it.
I'm gonna take these ones out then.
I guess I'll go by I probably should go by the manual. I didn't use the manual yesterday, but I figured I might as well go by the proper
See what it
steps.
says.
Since we have an audience. We're all men. We're too good for directions most of the time. Who needs those things?
It's nice to know though, because you want to be able to say the manual. Flap, aileron light, probably.
Oh yeah, so gear, elevator, wing, spinner. That's it. That's all there is to it. So I guess
Super low parts count for all you're getting.
yeah.
It's an assembly, but you got to call it a build for YouTube half the time.
Yeah, but yeah, these are
It is just an assembly.
definitely not a build by any means.
I dig this, all this plastic stuff. Too bad Marshall's never going to get to see one of these.
So, in the screw kit, all of the screws are the same size except for one. You're going to have one long one.
Let me guess.
What's it for?
Spinner?
Nope. You
Dang
have
it.
two because it's got two props, man.
Oh, man, what a dummy.
Any more guesses, class?
I'm so disappointed. I was so excited.
Elevator. So the longest screw will go in the elevator.
Duh.
Duh. Jeez. Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows that. We're working on this. Just getting it out.
Oh, getting the wires out of there.
Yep, there we go.
A little flathead works pretty good for that stuff.
It does.
Or keys.
When you got one. When you got one on you.
You got one on you.
Boom.
Boom. Bada bang. Ooh, Alrighty, now the tail section. Little tongue and groove deal. If I can find it. There it is. Boom.
It does look like a Commander a little bit. If the gear came out of the nacelles instead of the fuse, like so very similar.
Totally.
Little bit different profile on the window from a side shot.
Yeah.
But not by much.
Yeah.
We were looking at Bob Hoover's stuff the minute we put this together, actually.
Yeah. I'd love to see something Bob Hoover done. It'd be so cool, man. The guy's a legend. Alrighty, that's all tight. While we're back here, we'll go ahead and throw our linkage on, wherever I put that.
There it is. Which hold they say?
Oh, good question.
I'll ask.
I forgot.
I'll get an answer too. You good? You got your bolts?
Yeah, I think it's second from the outer, but I'm not 100% positive.
I just vanted the book. Let's see. It shows outer.
Outer, cool.
Makes sense.
For sure. Alrighty.
Yep, it says it twice in the same place, outer. And the flaps, everything else is already done, but it shows you where it's supposed to be. Flap is in on the third from the top. But everything else is on the outside.
Boom.
Ailerons, elevator, rudder, outside servo horn.
Bada boom, bada bing.
Nice. All the screws are the same size. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, works out nice.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
How can you not have two twin Novas? I like the lights on it too. Can you guys see that?
Yeah, I like that it has lights, and I love that it has a little front suspension landing gear on it.
I also like that the screws come in from the top.
Yep. So flat.
I think on stuff like this, you get one side in and screwed,
Yep. Then
so you
just
can
do
push the other
side.
one.
Yeah.
We got 85 folks chilling out
On a Thursday night.
Thursday night. I guess there wasn't nothing else happening. We tried to see. Hopefully Garrett had a good real flight session.
Oh yeah, don't forget to check that out on Thursday nights.
Garrett being Garrett. So he's going to post about that and throw out the invitation on various places. I know one place, RC Pilots Lounge, he put it out. And I'm sure on the Birmingham RC Club Facebook page as well.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe other groups. But check that out. It looks like he's doing it every Thursday. Garrett being Garrett.
Yeah, buddy.
Hosting a real flight room, which has turned to be a super fun thing we've all done together as a community here and there, off and on. So cool to see him doing that, actually. 5 minutes are up. The camera adds 1 hour
Yeah.
to everything. I was telling them, Bobby, earlier, my only one thing, if you got to find one thing you don't like,
Oh, of course you gotta be that guy, huh?
well, everyone
I'm
else
kidding.
is gonna.
No, I know.
It's just the truth.
What is that?
It'd be nice to have the multi-port harnesses,
All day. All day.
but it's still not bad.
It is, yeah. And look at the price point.
Look how much room there is, too, to make it happen. That's what I was telling them. I was like, this is really open to shove it all through. You got a 2mm hex?
Yeah, I got
And you don't quit? Get it.
Bada boom, bada bing.
It looks awesome.
I love this little thing, man.
55-incher, 3S, nice lights,
I am so pumped to fly.
suspension nose strut, tough anodized gear. No, I said to Bobby, I liked it that there was no plastic bits on any of the gear, to be honest, because you don't have to worry about it. You know how it is.
Yeah, I mean, it might have small wheels, but I bet you this thing's going to do fine in grass.
I think so too. I bet it's got the power, and I bet it has no problem rotating. A little bump in the grass,
Yeah.
and that nose strut is stiff enough that your angle of attack's not going to get messed with. I think you'll really pretty much keep this
Yeah.
and be able to rotate pretty easy. I can't wait to fly this.
Yeah, it's going to be
It
fun.
looks like a real nice lander.
Yeah.
You know,
Hopefully it's a wheelie machine.
I'm saying a wheelie machine and a crosswind superhero.
Yeah.
This thing might really be a load of fun on crosswind days too. I can't wait to find out, actually. Plane will fit in the car. Yep.
Oh,
there,
yeah.
Quinn.
Yeah.
Just talking truth, man. I mean, I know a lot of planes have it now. Even their jets have it.
Yeah.
I don't think the T7 probably does, but I think the 80mm and the J65's got some killer connections.
Yeah.
I think when you see big planes from X-Fly, you'll get those.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Boom.
Dude, full saddle fit. Brass threaded inserts from the top. Yes. Yeah,
Perfect.
you could totally do this one in the snow.
Oh, yeah.
Belly landing without wheels.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, you probably could. All right. Propage.
Yeah, man, that looks good.
Yeah, it does. It's a nice little plane, man. And you know, like the Twin Otter was always too small for me, so this hits me just right. You know, it's
For
a little
sure.
bit bigger. It's cool. It's got a little bit better technology, I think.
I think guys are going to want this on floats, man. It doesn't have preparations for it, but
Yeah.
a modeler could always make it happen.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure we'll see guys with floats.
You get into some serious angle figuring though when you do floats from scratch.
Yeah.
But counter-rotating props. What's it say in the book about direction?
I went inboard.
We think inboard. We know P38s are outboard, but the P38's the only one that it seemed to matter on. A lot of other twin engines you know about, in the real world at least, are not. This shows inboard.
Cool. That means I don't have to take apart.
From the tail, inboard from the top. In the pilot seat, inboard from the top. Makes sense.
Yeah, it makes
We thought so. And again, the P38's like the only thing I can think of that does it from the top, outboard, I mean. In real life. The foam is very smooth. They're white foam, they don't paint, but I ain't mad at them.
Yeah, it looks good.
I ain't mad at them. It's super smooth. And it is foam, so every plane that's made of foam has this texture underneath its paint.